Hi everyone, welcome to propertyace.org. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of rent-to-rent agreements. We'll unravel what they are, explore the pros and cons of getting into one with a motivated landlord or owner, and learn how to protect yourself legally. So without any more ado, let's dive in. Rent-to-rent agreement demystified. So, what on earth is a rent-to-rent agreement? Well, it's like the matchmaking of the real estate world. You, the savvy investor, lease a property from a landlord who's motivated to find someone like you. You then, in turn, sublease the property to tenants and pocket the difference. It's kind of like becoming a property matchmaker, but instead of Cupid's arrows, you're using leases. Pros of a motivated landlord or owner. Now, let's talk about the perks of striking a deal with a motivated landlord or owner. Think of them as your business partner with a vested interest in your success. Imagine Ayana, a determined real estate enthusiast with limited capital. She stumbled upon a motivated landlord who owned a well-located but underutilized property. Ayana negotiated a favorable rent-to-rent agreement, invested in some cosmetic upgrades, and started marketing the property aggressively. Within a few months, she had a steady stream of tenants and her profits were soaring. Ayana's success story is a testament to how a motivated landlord and a savvy investor can create a win-win situation in a rent-to-rent agreement. First off, it's like dipping your toes in the real estate pool without the need for a deep wallet. A motivated landlord might offer favorable terms to sweeten the deal. Profit paradise, the difference between what you pay in rent and what you charge tenants is your playground for profits. If you've got a head for business, that's where the magic happens. Flexibility freedom. You can explore different markets and properties without fully committing. It's like a real estate buffet where you can taste, test before you order the whole meal. Less landlord load. When it comes to property maintenance, a motivated landlord typically shoulders the burden. No more midnight calls about leaky faucets or creaky floorboards. The cons of the rent-to-rent adventure. But hold your horses, because every coin has a flip side. Let's explore the challenges. Now, let's consider John, who rushed into a rent-to-rent agreement with a landlord who seemed eager but wasn't fully transparent about the property's condition. John didn't perform due diligence or consult a legal expert, assuming everything would work out smoothly. Unfortunately, he faced unexpected repair costs, struggled to find tenants, and eventually had to terminate the agreement at a loss. John's experience highlights the importance of thorough research and legal protection in rent-to-rent deals. A rent-to-rent agreement is like a dance, you've got to be precise with your steps. Legal complexities can trip you up, so you better have your legal tango shoes on. Financial tightrope. Finding tenants can be a nail-biter. If you can't fill those rental units, you're still on the hook for the landlord's rent. So, you better have a solid tenant attraction strategy up your sleeve. Your success is intertwined with the landlord's decisions. They might decide to sell the property or make significant changes, leaving you in a real estate limbo. The art of legal protection. Now, how do you protect yourself legally while keeping real yet professional? Here are the moves. Plain language please, use clear, concise language. Your agreement should be as easy to understand as your favorite book. No one wants to wade through legalese. Role clarity, clearly define who's responsible for what. It's like a recipe, you want to know who's in charge of the sauce, who's on salad duty, and who's handling the dessert. Exit strategies. Detail how you can gracefully exit the agreement if needed. It's like planning your escape route from a not-so-great party. Always good to know the way out. Let's take Mike as a good example. In a bustling city, a real estate entrepreneur named Mike identified a motivated landlord who owned a charming but neglected townhouse. Mike crafted a well-structured rent-to-rent agreement that clearly defined responsibilities and outlined an exit strategy. He invested in a professional renovation, turning the property into a stylish, fully furnished rental. With a solid marketing plan, Mike quickly attracted young professionals seeking a convenient and stylish place to live. Within a year, he not only covered the rent but also enjoyed a substantial monthly profit. Mike's successful venture demonstrates how careful planning and attention to detail can lead to rent-to-rent success. Never navigate the legal seas without an experienced attorney as your captain. They'll ensure you're sailing in safe waters. So there you have it. Rent-to-rent agreements, the quirky yet promising world where you can become a property matchmaker, make profits, and even enjoy the perks of a motivated landlord. But remember, just like in love, in real estate, you need protection. Craft your agreement with wit, professionalism, and a dash of legal savvy. Now let's look at Lisa, an example of a not-so-successful rent-to-rent venture. In contrast, let's look at a cautionary tale. Lisa, an aspiring real estate investor, rushed into a rent-to-rent agreement with a landlord who promised significant returns without requiring a formal agreement. Unfortunately, Lisa overlooked the importance of a written contract and the need for legal advice. As a result, she faced disputes with the landlord over rent terms and property maintenance responsibilities. Lisa's lack of legal protection and clear communication led to a frustrating and unprofitable experience, highlighting the potential pitfalls of neglecting proper documentation. Thanks for joining us on this journey through rent-to-rent agreements. Now, go forth, find that motivated landlord, and make your real estate dreams a reality. Until next time.